a good month with setting goals, meeting those goals, doing challenges, but this week we are letting chaos reign and we're letting categories choose what I read. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brianna and this is 4 Paws in a Book. I make bookish videos over here on my little corner of the internet, so if that's something that you're interested in, make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below. Today is the start of my Patreon readathon that we do quarterly, and that is a Scattergorathon. We do this seasonally, so this is the summer round. It's also the post-Amazing Readathon round, so we are doing prompts that people thought were prompts during Amazing Readathon. We're also kind of doing a yellow theme. And if you know, you know. But it also kind of works out because I'm pairing it with the Rainbow Project. So if you are unfamiliar with that, I do a series on my channel where I just pick books from like a certain color of the rainbow and I read them for a week. It's a really, really vague concept, but we're on yellow and it's just kind of worked out this way. And also I don't have a ton of yellow books on my TBR. So this one's going to be a little bit more of a stretch because any amount of yellow will count. So the readathon's already over at this point. However, we'll do one in the fall. Then we do one to close out the end of the year as well. So we still have a couple of opportunities for you to join if you want to participate. The lowest tier is $1 a month. And the readathon is available for all tiers. So the premise is there are 6 prompts and then there are 6 letters. So we'll roll a 6-sided die to find the prompt and then a roll a 6-sided die to find the letter. That letter has to be the letter that starts one of the words in the title. I said that really weird, but you understand. So I actually rolled 2 6s. So we have a TBR vet and then it starts with the letter S. It doesn't have to be the first word in the title. For this one, it worked out and it is, but it can be any word in the title. And we're gonna be reading She Gets the Girl by Rachel Lippincott and Alison Derrick. This is a YA sapphic romance that I remember Rye talking about a couple of years ago and she really loved. So I will be reading this. Have I started it? No, but I am going to be starting it on sprints. We start in about 40 minutes. So that's what I'm going to be doing. It's very yellow. It's actually one of the ones that I had pulled for my next up in the Rainbow Project, but it's going to work for this one. This is about Alex and Molly. Alex is a little bit headstrong with a dash of chaos and a whole lot of flirt. She knows how to get the girl, keeping her on the other hand not so much. Molly has everything in her life totally under control, except for her complete awkwardness and just about anyone besides her mom. A mood, Molly. She knows she's in love with the impossibly cool Cora Myers. She just hasn't actually talked to her yet. Alex and Molly do not belong on the same planet, let alone on the same college campus. But when Alex, fresh off of a bad but hopefully not permanent breakup, discovers Molly's hidden crush as their paths cross, they realize they might have a common interest after all. Because maybe if Alex volunteers to help Molly learn how to get her dream girl to fall for her, she can prove to her ex that she's not a selfish flirt. Seems like it's going to be a cute, like, opposites attract, friends to lovers, because we all know that Alex and Molly are going to end up together. Seems like it's going to be a cute, fun summertime. Sprints start in just a bit, and we're just gonna get started. Hello, it is 8:20. I just wanted to give you guys an update because we just got off sprints, but I have listened to 50% of this book tonight. It's fine. It's not doing anything like phenomenal. It's okay. Well, I say it's a YA romance, and it is YA. The characters are very YA, but this is very much like a bridge book between YA and new adult, because they are freshmen in college, and our one character is definitely dealing with some like strained familial relationships with her mother, who is an alcoholic, and is like constantly calling her for money, and so she's like trying to be this adult and be this almost parent to her mother while also trying to have like this typical college freshman experience and dealing with, you know, money issues and stuff like that. And that's just not it's not as common in teen books. So I think that this is a really interesting bridge. Where you see a lot of those bridge books with fantasy between YA and adult. But when you say a new adult book for romance, that tends to just be like extremely smutty books. And I think that this is targeting a really niche group, a really niche like age range, because it's not smutty, but it is a little bit older than like high schooler, if that makes sense. I'm also less sure that this is even a romance, because they are, well, I mean, it is like they are going to fall for each other, but like the fact that I had to check the back of the book for that, because halfway through the book Molly is still very much into the cool girl Cora, and Alex, I can't keep names straight, it's fine, and Alex is still like helping Molly so that she can prove to her ex that she's not like a shallow person. I wish we had some more tension, some more relationship building between the two of them, because what's going to happen is that like they're going to end up like figuring it out, but we were not like brought along that journey. You know, like I love it when there's, you know, when you have that slow burn romance where everyone, including you as the reader, is like, yeah, obviously you two are perfect for each other and you two are just like the last people to figure it out. But at the 50% mark, the authors have not told me, I say authors, the authors have not told me that these two are good for each other or are perfect for each other. That's my like only complaint right now, but it's fine. It's fun. It's an easy read. I don't know that I'll finish it tonight because I really want to go to bed early, but I'll finish it up tomorrow morning. Hello, it's Friday. It's day 2 of Scattergorathon, and I am coming to you because I have finished a book. I have finished She Gets the Girl, and I don't know how to rate this book because personally, for me, didn't love it. I think I'm gonna settle on a 3-star because if you look at my spreadsheet, look at the ratings breakdown, enjoyment is worth like a big chunk of it, and like it's rated double what everything else is. And for me, like personally, like my enjoyment was that this is a book that exists. I understand that this is an important book for people for the reasons that I talked about last night, how this is a really great bridge book. And it's like YA feeling, but dealing with some really hard topics and dealing with kids that have to be adults, especially when you were talking about Alex and dealing with her mother and the alcoholism and like her having to essentially parent her parent. And I can see how this could be really important for someone who is in that like 17, 18, 19 range, and maybe also having to deal with difficult parental relationships. So this is a book that like I will recommend to people. Like I can tell you people that will like this book, but like for me personally, it didn't work as well as I was hoping it would. So I'm gonna unhaul it, but I'm glad I read it and it'll go to a much better home. I went ahead and re-rolled. I just used Google Dice again because I was trying to do it at work, and then I realized that I wasn't actually going to be able to read anything else because today ended up being a little bit busier than I had anticipated. It always ends up that way. Like I just need to expect that that's what's going to happen. But I got a 3, which is a book that you don't know much about, and a 2, which is B. And I have the perfect book for this. And that is House of Bane and Blood by Alexis Almenard. I watched Cassidy's Romantasy-a-thon vlog, I think it was, or her Every Romantasy Challenge vlog. That's what it was. All she said was, this book is Kaz Brekker vibes. And immediately I was like, sold, say less. I know it's urban fantasy. I know it's kind of like a, like opposites, like in a city split into 2 opposing sides, power comes in many forms. I don't know anything else about it. And I feel like that is a perfect book for this. It doesn't have a lot of yellow on it. It's definitely like more gold. However, spine's very yellow. So we're counting it. If you think about like an Instagram book, like a book stack, this is what we're doing, okay? This is the book that I'm going to be reading this weekend. I don't know how much I will be getting done. Ooh, there's illustrations. Hello, gorgeous. Okay. Anyways, I don't know how much I will get done today. I have to film a couple of things, and then tomorrow I'm going to go get my hair done, which means that I will have time to like read it. I think it's on KU, so I can also just read it on my phone or my Kindle while I am getting my hair done. So that's where we're at. I need to film a couple of things. I'm gonna film my August TBR and get ready for Battleathon and pick Pongathon. There we go. So I'll talk to you later. Hello, happy Saturday. I don't have any makeup on, which is why I look like this, but I went and got my hair done, so I didn't want to put makeup on my face for that. I do need to go and clean up all of this because there's a little bit of like color on my hair, but I do love the color. It's a lot darker, and then I did my undercut really well. But yeah, gonna have to clean up my face a little bit. That's fine, it always happens. I am 54% into House of Bane and Blood. I listened to a little bit last night, but then I got no sleep last night. Like it was literally waking up every hour and a half until probably like 4:30 when I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go lay on the couch and listen to this audiobook. And I listened to a lot of it. And then I read some more when I was getting my, when I was like waiting for the color. So I'm at 54%. I love this book. I have not been so obsessed with a book in a very, very, very long time. And yeah, I'm so excited. This is like Fireborn level of obsession, and I'm here for it. It's not the same. It's a very different book than Fireborn, but like that level of obsession that I had for Fireborn last year, that is this. This at halfway through the book is a contender for my top book of the year, which is so exciting. This book is like if Jade City and Six of Crows had a baby that came out as a romantasy. That is what this book is. Because Nikolai Kazbrecher, like that is the perfect description of this character. But there's like the warring families and the like almost a little bit of mafia to it. But in this steampunk society, like literally everything about this book is working for me. And like I need to go edit my TBR because that's supposed to come out this weekend, but all I want to do is read this book. So I do have to make some graphics for my TBR when I get home, so might do that. And then tonight we're gonna go see the new Deadpool movie, which I want to do because I want to see all the cameos, but I did get spoiled for Lady Deadpool, so I already know who that is, even though I kind of guessed it anyways. I just want to read my book tonight. Which is bad. I should probably go on a date with my husband. Like, I should probably want to do that. But, I am obsessed with this book. So, my salon is in the same parking lot, in the same shopping center as Barnes & Noble. So, like, I think I'm obligated to go in here. I'm not necessarily looking for anything, except for I'm really trying to find The Family Experiment, and I haven't been able to find that physically yet. That's the only thing that I'm, like, actively looking for. Other than that, we're just gonna go see what's on sale. Do I need books? No, but I want to go shopping anyways. But I do want to find The Family Experiment, despite having 13 books on my August TBR and The Family Experiment not being one of them. I do want to read that one next month, and there's a lot of books on my TBR for August that I'll be able to swap out because of the way that I changed up my TBR a little bit. And since I'm doing like spinner wheel vlogs for Battleathon, The Family Experiment may end up on it, or John Mars may end up on it. So for like honestly it could be for not the sequels week, but like definitely an author I've given 5 stars for, because I gave the one 5 stars. And then I'm gonna do one where like a spinner wheel decides the trope, and then from the tropes that I did my 5-star audit, I'm going to put those on a spinner wheel and do that, and The Family Experiment would work for one of those. So that's the only thing I'm necessarily looking for, but I will take you along with me, and I think we might go get a drink too, because there's a little Starbucks cafe in there, and a frozen lemonade sounds really good.
I can't fall asleep. I just lay in my bed wondering if there's anybody, or if I was born to be lonely. I've been trying, but I'm burned out from my feelings, setting fires, just hoping that you'll notice me. Oh, I'm sending out an SOS from the sinking in my soul. Oh, and I just need you to know I'm sending smoke signals.
Alright, I did not film that much in there because it was busy. Also, I am beginning to think that The Family Experiment is just a figment of everyone's imagination and it doesn't actually exist. So I can't find it. I'm like, I guess I can look on Amazon. We'll see. But I did find Forbidden Identity by Sarah Simone. This is actually a collection of 3 novella short stories. And it's one of her self-pub bind-ups. So I've actually never seen this in print before, and since I am on the hunt for all of Sierra's books, I thought this would be good, and it was cheaper than it would be on Amazon, and I didn't find any on Pango. Yes, I did look. They were also out of lemonade, so didn't get my frozen drink, but I do need to go to my pharmacy and get my prescriptions, so I may just go stop at Swig because they have frozen lemonade drinks. So Okay, hello, happy Sunday. I am on page 310, so it's like 75% of the way through House of Bane and Blood. I am using my beautiful Team Wings bookmark. These are for Battleathon that starts, as you're seeing this, it just started like 2 days ago. So it's not too late to join. You should definitely join, and like, you know, Team Wings, you know, just saying. Anyways, this is still a 5-star read. This is still in contention for my best book of the year. This is getting, I'm actually like upset that I started this on audio because I have been highlighting and underlining, and I want to go back and annotate this. I will 100% do a reread and annotate this, but I've been kind of going back and forth between the audio and actually downloading it on KU, just because this is easier to read when I'm like on the go. Here's the thing, at like I would say probably 75% of my reading at this point is on audio. That's just easier for me. I'm able to multitask. I play on my phone. Like I have, you know, I can clean the house, I can do laundry, I can do whatever. I'm able to listen while I'm working, which is a privilege that like a lot of people don't necessarily have. I work in an office and I work primarily by myself, so I am able to listen to audiobooks. So that's the bulk of my reading. But I also love when I can just sit down with a book and just immerse myself into it, and that's hard for me to do recently. It's been hard for me to sit down and physically read a book for more than like 20 minutes at a time, and I think that this is just like, it goes to show you how much I'm obsessed with this book that I'm sitting here like just physically reading it. Ebook, but you know what I mean. I did purchase the second book. I will be here, I think, Monday or Tuesday. Even though I have 13 books on my Kerplunk TBR, this has happened. Like City of Mirth and Malice is going to happen in August. We're gonna swap it out at some point. I'm obsessed. That being said, like I don't know what else to say about this book. It's gonna be 5 stars. I am actually going to roll for my next read though. I'm on the last sprint for Scattergorathon sprints today. And then I'm gonna go get my nails done, and I will likely finish this book while I'm doing that. So I thought I would go ahead and roll. In the past, I've been doing the digital one, but I was like, I'm sitting here at home, so I'm just gonna roll physically. So here we go. There's a couple of options that I would really, really like, but I don't know that that's gonna happen. So we'll see. Okay, and we have a 2. I really think that that's the nose on the cover one. Question mark. Let me pull it up. It is. So it's a book with a nose on the cover, which is really funny. I do not know how this prompt came about, but it is the funniest, most unique prompt that like went crazy in the theories channel of something like having a prominent nose on the cover. And I was like, obviously that was not a prompt for the Amazing Readathon, but I was like, I have to put this in Scattergorathon. So that's that. Thank you to Caitlin for that one. And so now we're going to find a book for this, or find a letter, sorry. Oh, we got a 6. There we go. This is actually perfect. I think this is one. No, never mind. It's not the one it's not the letter I thought it was going to be. It's an S. Okay. I think I have some options for this. Let's go look. Okay, so I did find one, but it's not yellow. I couldn't find any. Oh, well, I was tempted to pick up Spark of the Everflame, but I did put that one on my August TBR, and I'm gonna buddy read it with Rye, so I didn't want it to start early. So I have like several that are not yellow that would work, and I think we're just gonna go with this one. It's shorter, and so, you know, if you're only here for the yellow books, you can skip this one, but it's fine. I'm gonna go with The Art of the Scandal by Regina Black. This was comped to like the show Scandal, which is one of my favorite shows. So that like immediately I wanted to pick it up. I found it on Pango super cheap after that. Listen, I have a problem that when I hear somebody talk about a book in a very positive way, or they tell me like a comp title that I really love, and I immediately just go on Pango and I'm like, if it's under $5, I'm buying it. Because usually what happens is when I sell books on Pango, I don't put the money into my PayPal or anything. I just leave it in Pango bucks. And so then when I buy stuff on Pango, it's basically free. Girl math. I'm gonna read this. It is about a woman who finds out that her like husband has been cheating. He's like a prominent political figure, and then like, so they have to kind of like act like it's okay so that he can stay in office or get elected or something like that. But then she meets somebody, I think. It has an age gap romance. I've heard that it's real steamy, real spicy, and this is what we're going to read. I don't know how much we will get done, but we'll see. This evening I would like an audiobook because I kind of want to play Sims for a little bit after everything has been done. But I'm going to go back to reading House of Bane and Blood and loving it and having the best time ever and finish watching gymnastics. So I'll talk to you later. Hello, it's been a couple of days since I've talked to you. It's Wednesday. I've had an interesting couple of days. I think the last time I talked to you, I was going to read The Art of Scandal, and I did not. I needed an audiobook, and that one I could not find. So instead, I ended up going with a novella. I read Salt in the Wound by Sierra Simone. The reason why I picked this one specifically, and this one does have a nose on the cover. My physical copy does not, but I listened to the audio. The cover image on Everand had the nose on the cover. But the reason why is because I want to be able to close out the series. So Honeycut is the second book that just came out in June. Potentially I could finish out this series during Battleathon if it comes up on the spinner wheel, but this is the prequel novella that I needed to read. Technically, I guess I needed to read it before Salt Kiss, but the reviews were mixed on which order you should read it in. So I accidentally read Salt Kiss first. It's fine. However, I gave this 4 stars. I actually liked it more than Salt Kiss. Dear reader, Sierra Simone can write God tier smut. I know that we already knew that, but my God, that was so good. Like, the story itself was fine. It was about like this arranged marriage where this woman who wants to become a nun and her father is making her marry this man for, you know, business reasons. And like, it's so good. It was so good. It's 150 pages, something like that. So not much, but I don't know. It's just, I had a good time with it. So I'll definitely continue and read Honeycut, and we'll go from there. But I did spin again. Now, the reason why I haven't talked to you in a couple of days is because I ended up in immense tooth pain on Monday night. I thought we had gotten it fixed, but apparently not. So I have an infected tooth that has to come out. It got scheduled, the extraction got scheduled for a couple of weeks, because they want the infection to go down. So I'm on a high dose of antibiotics now, but I did not sleep at all Monday night. And then Tuesday was able to get into the dentist and then just slept the whole rest of the day. My face was so puffy from crying because I mean, that was the most painful thing I've gone through in my life. I have a pretty high pain tolerance. And so this was just, I was dying. Nothing was helping. Like heat didn't help. Ice didn't help. Derek had a hydrocodone left from when he threw out his shoulder. It didn't help. It did nothing. So, there's that. So basically I didn't want to be on camera yesterday at all. But I did spin again. I got nose on the cover again, and I just think that's funny. It's great. I do have a very yellow book for this one though, because I got T. So I am going to be picking up Wild Things by Laura Kay. There are multiple noses. They are very small. You may not be able to see them. It's probably not going to focus because it's focusing on my face. There are noses, I promise. I don't know much about it other than it's a bunch of gay people going and like basically living in a commune. And as disenfranchised as I am about capitalism right now, this is probably not good for my mental health, because there's nothing more that I would like than to go live off the grid. That would be so great. Like if I could just go and like live close enough that I still have internet, because then I could be a homestead content creator. Okay. I would be great at that. And I could just live on a little farm and not have to deal with capitalism or jobs or anything like that. I would love it. Such is life. So anyways, speaking of which, I probably need to like go back to my actual job. I work from home on Wednesdays, so that's why I look like this, and I am sitting in my own office and not at work. I'm also getting ready because I leave for Steamy Lit tomorrow, so I'm trying to like make my packing list and all that fun stuff. But we're going to listen to this while I work. So I'll talk to you later.
And I just need you to know I'm sending smoke signals, 'cause I've been feeling so alone. I'm losing hope. Can anybody see me? I've been on my own for so long that I'm scared that I might never find someone to take me home. So I'm sending smoke.
Hey, what can I do? Can you spin a 24-ounce red thing?
Anything else?
That's it.
Perfect. Cash or card?
Cards. Okay.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
These are absolutely delicious. Let me fix the camera and then we can chat. All right, we are going to try to drive and chat. I am 30-ish% of the way through Wild Things by Laura Kay. I don't know that I have a lot of opinions on this book quite yet. I think it started out really, really slow. Like literally 2 chapters in, I was like, did I just DNF this? I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. It feels very like woe is me kind of thing. Like the author, like the main character is just like living a very sad and depressing life. I'm not gonna lie. That's like how it started. And it was just like, I don't know, it had a very similar vibe to Cassandra in Reverse, which like also was a just fine book. But now we have started to like actually talk about like they're going out and looking at the commune or the like piece of land that is like they're going to be living at, and like they're calling it a queer commune, and like now I'm vibing, now I'm enjoying it a little bit more. So that's good. I don't think like it's not gonna be a favorite. It's not 5-star or anything like that, but it's a quick read. I'm getting it off of my TBR, and there we go. It is very British. Honestly, I didn't even know it took place in London or outside of London, but lots of British humor. So love that. And yeah, that's my update. I stopped at Swig and got one of their summer drinks. It's called the Red Fang. If you have a Swig near you, you have to go try it out. I know Swig is not everywhere yet, but it's coming. Trust me, I've seen the list of the stores where they're going. If you don't know, Swig used to be owned by the company that I work for. So we still partner with them quite a bit. But anyways, I got this. It's called the Red Fang. It is blended lemonade. It's like a frozen blended lemonade. And it's got dragon fruit and like mango puree and coconut, I think. I don't remember. But it's delicious. It's a wonderful summer treat. And I just got done dropping Schmidt off at the groomer, which is right down the street from the Swig. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go grab one. I have a Patreon sprint happening like right now. I started a long sprint so that I would be back in time, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll be fine. So that's the tea, and I'm gonna go back to sprints and reading. Hello friends, I was editing this vlog that's supposed to go up tomorrow and realized I never closed the vlog, which is like kind of a Brie thing to do. So it's not like we should be surprised by anything. Obviously it's Friday, I'm at Stevie Lake Con. But yeah, I was sitting there editing and I was like, wait, I don't have a final vlog clip. I didn't make a final vlog clip. I finished Wild Things literally like when I went to bed Wednesday night. I had about 45 minutes left. So I just like let it go while I was, you know, settling down, getting ready for bed, doing all of the things. I feel like I have zero thoughts about this book. This is truly a book that exists, and I read it. And I feel bad because I had 2 of those books in this vlog that kind of were the same genre. And so I feel like that kind of tells me a lot about my reading taste and where we're going going forward. I don't really love contemporary stories that are not Sierra Simone contemporary romances, because I think that both She Gets the Girl and Wild Things, while they have a romantic element to them, they have this like sort of subplot to them. They are not a romance at its heart, and I think that that is something that like I kind of need to steer away from going forward, because I don't think that there's anything wrong with either She Gets the Girl or Wild Things, but I'm giving them the exact same rating. They're 3 stars, and like mostly for the same reason, because I don't have any thoughts or opinions on the matter. I think that somebody will love these books for a lot of the same reasons. First off, I mean, they're very gay. They had that going for them. Honestly, if they weren't queer, they probably wouldn't have been on my TBR to begin with, but if they weren't queer, they wouldn't have gotten even 3 stars. They get that like bonus for it. I think this tells me a lot about, you know, my reading and how it's changing and evolving. And I love that because like I've been on BookTube for so long now. I've been reading as a content creator for so long that it's like bound to happen, right? You're going to go through these changes and evolutions where you're not reading the same thing. Because I think had I picked these books up in 2019 when I was reading contemporary stories, like predominantly contemporary stories, I was just starting to find my footing in queer stories. If I had read these books then, I think I would have loved them. And so that's like, these books are not bad. objectively, they're not bad stories. They're just not books that I'm finding enjoyment in, and I think that's perfectly fine. These books have an audience. I could probably name 4 or 5 people off the top of my head that would love these books, but I'm not one of them. They are books that existed for me. So it is gonna wrap it up. It's the end of Scattergorathon. Well, Wednesday was the end of Scattergorathon. I would like to thank all of my patrons that have participated in these, whether this was your first time participating in it or you've been here since the beginning. I appreciate each and every one of you. Like I said, we're gonna do 2 more this year because I like to do them kind of seasonally. So we'll probably do some sort of like spooky one. I don't really know how that'll work, and like timing wise, I'm not sure because there's a lot of other things going on around spooky season. I feel like a spooky Scattergorathon feels fun. That one will probably keep to being like a weekend, just because of everything else that's going on in October. And then we will do one the final week of the year to kind of like close it out and like wrap up our goals and stuff like that. We did a week long, was it a week long one? Maybe it was a long weekend. I don't really remember, but we did it like to close out the year last year, and I loved that. So we're doing that again. So yeah, if you want to be a part of it, you know, it's chaos, it's fun, it's a good time. Regardless of if you participated in Scattergorathon or not this past week, what was your favorite read? Mine was definitely House of Bane and Blood. Yeah, there's no question about that. If you are not feeling chatty, do the snake emoji, because House of Bane and Blood, like 100% that book's gonna be on my best books of the year. That's all I have for you today. If you're new here and you have not yet subscribed, there's a little button that you can do so down below the video. If you'd like to hang out with me more, the links to my Instagram, Goodreads, Twitter, and my Patreon are linked in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!
Told you this was temporary, didn't I? But you changed my mind like the weather.